punish anyone who blocks my path.
The blood that flows through her veins is special, and extremely dangerous. If showing pity would put my allies in danger,
Hello,
I will
ladies and
not
gentlemen.
hesitate
Welcome back to
kill
Fire Emblem, 3 Houses. Someone did mention that Cyril is all the way back here, but I should actually be able to recruit him.
I just wanted to let you know that Lady Rhea is always real concerned with you.
Wait,
She expects great things, I think.
I gotta recruit him?
Please don't let her down, okay? I hope you're not just saying that.
I mean, I literally just said that. So no, this isn't the person that I can recruit. So, at the end of things, it looks like I am not going to be able to recruit anyone just yet, which is unfortunate. Oh, there's Manuela. I definitely have some things for her.
Okay.
Like some of the other ones, I'm not 100% who gets what.
Hey, Professor. I hope you're well. As for me, I had a date with a splendid specimen of a knight. But now
My God, every time I talk to you, you're talking about your failed romantic attempts.
I blame all these rumors of a deathly figure showing up in town. Such an uproar must have, beyond reason, drawn his attention away from me.
First of all, where is it? I know I've got, like, booze.
No, that's not... Wherever did this turn up? Thank you for getting it back to me.
I do actually have to say, this turned up in her private quarters. Like, this is not a thing that we found that belonged to someone else. This was, we went into her, like, we went into her quarters, and then we robbed them, and then we returned it and went to be like, hey, I found this when I was rummaging through your stuff. Okay, so who do I want to ask to accompany me? Who in the other houses interests me the most? Petra. Oh, and I didn't talk to Silver or Hilda, so let's also talk to them. I do really like Petra. Petra makes me happy.
Hello! I'm in charge of managing all records for the Golden Deer House. Oh, but I don't have any information of note right now. Go ahead and continue your investigation and put a little extra effort into it, please.
Hey, shut up! Yep, I can't do that. I've run out of
Classes
things.
on a festival day. I thought I'd get to spend all day relaxing in the company of some lovely ladies. But now this mess
What are you
is
trying to say? Hilda's amazing! I will strike you down, sir!
Professor, I know there's talk of an assassination attempt, but do you really think they'll do it on the day of the Rite of Rebirth? I feel like security would be looser some other time. Is there some reason why it has to happen on that day? What's up, Professor? Hey, I got a girl waiting. Well, two. They don't know.
Cotton reasons. So I just need to get my own stats up, because that's what I've been neglecting. And actually, I just thought of something. The one person we've talked to that is the most likely to, like, need or be interesting whenever this comes to pass is Dedue. Because he's the one that they were like, yes, I want to help, but they will not let me because of my background. I understand. I think this is a wise plan. So, based upon that, I think Dedue is the most likely to have like some special dialogue in the upcoming battle. So let's see if I can get him. He is over here. I remembered.
The monks declined. They said that given the circumstance. The monks, they said, given the circumstance.
He won't let me invite him. Oh, that's awful waffle, guys. I thought I'd figured something out. I thought I was being smart.
Needing to stop. Yes. Okay.
And then, just in case, I think I only feel 10, so I should be fine. But just in case, do I want to have a backup? I don't need to ask Leone to come. I guess I'll ask Dorothy. She also seems relatively interesting. Says I can't get to do because he's a jerk.
I see. We still...
I don't think I can get any more information. I think I finished that quest. I think that's just where it ends for this month. Unless I have missed something, which is possible. But if I've missed it, I've missed it. That's the problem with blind runs. Nope, I can't get her.
I'm sorry, but...
Alright. And with that done, I will press this button. And we are done for right now. Of course I'll instruct I will always instruct manually. So what do we have set for right now? I actually really like them having heavy armor. I think that's great. Okay, so you're Claude. You're Claude. You're Claude! Archery and leadership. You are spear and sorcery. I'm actually going to change you. Wait, that's what you default to? What about heavy armor and reason? I'll actually leave them there because he's actually pretty far along on that track. Wait, why is he axes and heavy armor? Brawling and heavy armor, what? Because I was going to say, the brawling's where a lot of his stuff is. I don't need him to have axes. I've already got an axe girl. So yeah, interesting. Ignatz was really supposed to be my swordsman. Just, oh, that's interesting. That's why it changed from custom focus to just like Gerald, because I had her go down a different path. So out of curiosity, if I change him from lance to sword, he is E at sword and he is C at lance. So no, we're definitely keeping you on lance. It's just a shame that I don't have a swordsman other than Varath. Okay, so I can do this 4 times. And these 3 are at max. So we definitely want to get them. All right. I'm being indecisive, guys. I apologize. Like, reason she'll get on her own. Let me get this so that I can eventually make her, like, more maneuverable.
I've got to keep working. I've got to...
Well, pretty great. As for you, you're focusing primarily on faith. You don't really need any weapons if you've got faith.
I can't... Oh.
Skill level up.
It's coming up. I can't...
Alright, awesome. And Ilda. Ilda Bear. It's like Build-A-Bear, but it's for Hilda. So let's see if I can overcome her weakness.
I think I got the hang of it.
She's not going to make it this month, but she's...
Yeah! I'm glad I put in some effort.
Oh my gosh, you do not ever say that. Excellent.
I'm actually pretty good at this.
So she's overcome her weakness, which is awesome. And you're at... Yeah, let's get Raphael some experience. We don't spend a lot of time with him, and I also had him studying that for some reason instead of brawling. So let's get him caught up at that. How's your heavy armor? Let's even get him up on heavy armor.
Looks like I got it right.
You really think I'm that great?
That was pretty good.
That was pretty good.
It's start.
Alright, and that's all the lecturing I have. So now we'll go ahead and begin the actual lecture.
Professor, may I ask you something?
You certainly may. There's so much to do and never enough time to do it. Sleep is a nuisance. My body forces me to slow down, even though my mind doesn't want to. Do you have any tips?
Ah, gotcha.
Excellent. I'm almost to level C. Move, cat. You know what? If that's what you want to do, I will support you. Absolutely. Lay it on me,
Hey,
Claude.
Teach. I see you're as stony-faced as usual.
Well, you know, I am me.
I can't tell if you're feeling resigned or if you're just lost in thought.
Everyone's
Or maybe
always
you simply
accusing
don't
me of
care
being
about anything that's
absent-minded.
going on.
I'm not a professor.
Oh,
Well, I am.
Sorry. I really didn't mean to be rude. I just find you fascinating.
Claude's got the hots for me.
Actually, there's something I'd like to talk to you about. Can you spare some time?
Sure. One of my options is sure.
That's just the sort of attitude I'd expect from a new teacher.
You think the older, more established teachers blow you off?
Speaking of, before you came here, you were a mercenary, right? Always getting your hands dirty on the battlefield and whatnot?
Yep.
It's a bit unusual that you suddenly decided to become a teacher one
Well, it
day.
wasn't really a decision, more of my mercenary captain got abducted.
In any case, I've been meaning to ask, did your father teach you how to fight?
You know it.
I figured. Your father used to lead the knights, didn't he? And I hear he was a legendary mercenary as well.
I was like, I can't imagine me learning to fight next to a famous knight and not being taught by him. That'd be ridiculous.
It must have been hard on your mother when you followed in your father's footsteps and became a mercenary too.
I have no idea. As far as I know, she doesn't exist. Oh, there we go.
I see. I suppose you grew up moving from battlefield to battlefield with your father then. You know, for someone who's right around the same age as me, you certainly have an unusual amount of composure.
Well, yeah. You learn to get serious whenever death surrounds you from an early
I
age.
guess it's only natural that you'd be different from young nobles who grew up in the lap of luxury.
Well, he only became a noble like a year ago.
Well, even so, I am heir to House Regan, the leading family of the Alliance. But I didn't exactly grow up in luxury like most people of noble blood. Hey, maybe that's why you and I get along so well.
Very possibly, because I was definitely more drawn to you than freaking Dimitri or Edelgard.
Folks like us should stick together. As house leader, I'll do all I can to help you out. We can start by making time for more little chats like this.
Already way ahead of you. Of course I will. Why would you ever not? Like, that just seems like, do you want free experience or
Music
not?
speaks to the heart. It's more powerful than any weapon.
I wonder why these two got picked.
There's someone who's slightly off. Oh well, that adds some color, I suppose.
Excellent. I can host a tea party, I'm definitely doing that. Private conversations you think your guests will like. If they're having fun, they might change topics of their own. Keep your guests happy. And why is Edelgard in this if it's flan? Tea blend of 2 types of apple peels, elegant and sweet, popular among common folk and nobles alike. Dried Alberian berries give this black tea a fragrance.
I am honored that you invited me. I am ever so grateful. So soothing.
I was like, I figured she liked bright tea.
Huh?
Aw. That's unfortunate. Okay, yeah, I was gonna say definitely she's gonna be a cat person. I don't get here to talk about cats though. I want to talk about cats. That's definitely. I'm like, well, I'm not gonna ask her about the last battle.
That tea was very delicious. Please take care, Professor.
That I hope I get enough tea leaves to do that more often because it's obviously an alternate to the flowers and it's more fun.
Let's do this together.
Yeah, let's get this done. Good enough, Professor?
Oh, almost.
Better than before.
Weight -3. Whatever that means.
I feel like I get it now.
Now he can fire back even if he's attacked. Close combat. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Scooch kitty. So this time I can battle. What battles are available? So we've got Battle in the Empire, which looks to be the same. Like, are those... Is that a new battle in the Empire? Or... Because level 6 was the same as the last one. I think that's the same battle I did last time. Except, and now there's a new one for level 8s. And then this one's... So yeah, if you beat that one, that's kind of your benchmark. If you beat that one, you beat that one. But no, I'm going to lecture. Or we're going to attend a seminar. And I pretty much always just go to the seminar... where the most people will get the experience, because that seems to be because these only 3 people will learn from Catherine, 4 people will learn from Hannerman and Setith, 3 will learn from me, but 5 people, including me, learn from Shamir. Plus, I like Shamir.
I still have much to learn.
Excellent.
Experience is everything.
Learn combat art Monster Blast.
I'm beginning to understand.
Oh, hey, instruct manually. And hey, because of going to lecture, a lot of people are now available because their motivation was low before. Like Raphael, I cannot instruct. But I can now instruct these 3 and then Ignatz. I can't really get her because she's only at there. Go ahead and get you up, even though I don't expect...
No problem. I'm getting the hang of... Nothing to get excited about.
I'm always excited. So we got more heavy armor, horsemanship, and then lance. You're at sea. I'm actually going to push you through heavy armor. I don't think I can necessarily get to the end of it.
I've learned a lot. No problem.
All right, so you're almost there. Claude, where can I put you? So you're pretty far from bows. There's authority. And heavy armor and horses and winged guys. Again, I feel like an archer should be on a winged horse.
Let's do this again, son. I learned a lot from... That was easy. I see. It's all making sense now. I could get used to this.
Alright, and then with our last little bit, yeah, go ahead and get some authority experience. And Lorenz? Lorenz, you desperately need to be better at what you do. So we'll go ahead and see if we can get your horseback riding up.
This was hardly a challenge. That was adequate.
You're adequate.
This was hardly a... Now I see the heart of...
Alright, and then we'll also go ahead... Actually, you're pretty good on Lance.
That was adequate. I've come to understand it.
And lastly, we'll get you, because I can only cheat you one time. So there'd be no reason. No porpoise. So you're a bowyer. You know what? I could make him a backup healer.
Keep trying my best. I've really... It's fun when...
Alright. There goes that. Nope, not instruct. Begin lecture. I forgot what I'm doing, guys. Pretty good with an axe and a house gone up tradition. Six what I know, easier that way. No, I like you having armor. You know it.
Oh, Professor, are you training too?
Always.
I was just about to finish up, but if you want to join in, I can stick around a while longer.
Are you training in the middle of my lecture?
Oh no, it's fine. Just do your thing. Don't mind me. Come on, don't be shy.
And of course they won't animate this.
I'm beat, but we're finally done. I was already training when you got here, and I finished right alongside you. Guess I outlasted you, huh?
I mean, if you want to call it that, although I'm not done yet. Yeah, it's not a competition.
Speak for yourself. I'm always looking to improve. By the way, Professor, something I wanted to ask.
All right.
Are you really Captain Gerald's kid?
I mean, as far as I know, how do you really... Like, your mom can say definitively whether you're her kid or not. Your father knows that he, you know, is pretty sure you're the kid, but, you know, it's possible. But there's no way you can know.
That's a pretty detached tone to take about your own family. What's your opinion of him, then? You must look up to him, at least.
Yeah, of course. He raised me.
It doesn't sound like you really appreciate him.
Well, I wasn't giving an option.
You didn't even know until you came here that he used to lead the Knights of Seros, did you?
No, but you can't blame me for that.
If it weren't for him, you wouldn't be half the person you are now. You've probably never even thought about how lucky you are.
Well, how would I?
Oh, okay, this really bothers me. Listen up. I don't care if you're the teacher and I'm the student. I'm going to outshine you.
Good luck.
I know you were some famous mercenary before you came here, but let me tell you something. I'm going to be better than you ever were.
Leone, I admire your spunk.
In fact, I'll surpass you in no time at all. So don't blink. You might miss it.
All right, Leone. Wow, I'm getting a lot of like one-on-one time with the students. What is up with me and always approaching people from behind? I'm a flippin' creeper sometimes, you guys. Holy wow.
Okay, I've decided on the composition. That's right. The composition for my next paint... Wait, Professor? How long have you been standing there? You haven't been watching me, have
Sorry,
you?
I thought you were asleep.
No, I misspoke. Did I say painting? I meant to say,
Yeah, painting is awesome.
Well, I've thought for a while that it might be nice to paint the scenery here. The contours of that tree, set against the stark shapes of the faraway peaks. Of course, I only paint after I've finished my chores. I'd never put my art before my responsibilities.
Look, I'm not here to attack you.
My studies are paramount. I shall always uphold my duties as a student of the Officers' Academy. Whereas art is a hobby of mine, you might say.
It's good to have hobbies.
Everyone has hobbies, right? I'm sure you have one. Oh, well, perhaps it's different for you, Professor. But it's perfectly normal for people to have hobbies. Reading, for instance, or fishing, or taking midday naps. For me, it's making art.
Is taking a midday nap really a hobby?
Hobbies are healthy. They're a good way of relieving stress.
Very much so. It's funny. I started doing YouTube to relieve stress. And it still does that, but after a while it started getting a little bit routine and almost like, okay, this is something I've committed to now, so it stopped being a stress relief because anything you do for a long period of time I guess this is a good way of describing it. If any of you guys have ever played like StarCraft or something like that, you start playing StarCraft because it's fun. But then as the matchmaker gets you more and more and more challenging opponents, it very quickly stops being fun necessarily and starts being like you're having to work for every win. Which is cool in its own way, but at that point it stops being a stress relief. And so the game you started playing to relieve stress starts ending stress, so you need a hobby from your game. And it's like, that's kind of why I do art. I'm not super great at it yet, but it, at least, is not a source of stress yet. Although it's getting there because I'm getting better, and so I'm having to work harder in order to make things match my, mind's eye of them.
You might consider taking up a hobby, Professor. Anything to clear your mind.
Heavy drugs.
Think about it. It's much easier to focus if you're feeling refreshed. There isn't a rule against hobbies, is there? If you tell me to stop, I'll stop. I shall never again put brush to canvas.
No, why would I ever do that?
Really? It's okay for me to paint?
It is.
Well, I mean, if you're sure. But really, it's nothing more than a little diversion. A frivolous pastime.
Everyone should have pastimes.
I think I ought to go back to my quarters now. If it's all the same to you.
Good enough, Professor?
I should probably change them.
Not as hard as I thought.
I see.
Excellent. Alright. So we'll have one more lecture, and we will save the battle for next session and next week. No. So again, most people go to Shamir's class. The only problem is it'll be the same people as last time. Like, do I want to train swordsmanship and brawling? Move, cat. Or axes and fisting. That sounds bad. The other thing is that Shamir's a B rank with the bow, and that's kind of incredible, actually. Like, I don't have any professors that are that good at any one skill. Like, I'm C rank with the sword, but I don't have anyone to train swords on. I do feel a bit bad. But no, I'm doing Shamir again.
I still have much to learn.
Tempest Lance.
Now I see the heart of it.
Interesting, Frozen Lance.
It's fun when you know what you're doing.
Now, what are you, Mr. Osclaud's birthday? Host tea party.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I make you wait? I ran as fast as I could.
You certainly don't need to do that.
Thanks.
So where do I get more tea?
It's so relaxing.
Yeah, I figured that he would very much want to talk about himself. I wish they would actually do this and let me see the results. Aww.
Tastes great. Oh.
Okay, once again I got a 2 out of 3.
I'm afraid I've stayed too long.
That is, I wish they'd actually do the full scenes and let me hear their answers, because that would be interesting. Shoo it. Oh, the mission's today. For some reason I thought it was the end of the month like it always is. Whoops. Okay, so I have an iron sword, a steel sword. I also got a secret book and a goddess icon, which I could probably put in the convoy. Steel bow, an iron axe, and another steel bow. He should be fine. 2 steel lances, an iron lance, and he's definitely fine. He's got a backup pair of gauntlets, backup bow. She doesn't need anything. She's got several axes. Okay, so everyone should be fine. All right. Here we go, guys. Obviously, we're not doing it right now. We'll go ahead and save, and next time we will go into the story battle, and then I guess do the... I really saw when this was, so we're going straight in, guys, accidentally. See you next time.